Is it important that an off-gridsman have a beard?
It's like the most important thing. Who wants to talk to a man without a beard? My name is Jason.
Hello, my name is Carrie. And I'm a mom of 5 kids.
I like making holes.
Can I have that stick that you're standing on?
Yeah, I want that stick too. Can we both have the same stick?
Can I have it?
Also, I hate red ants.
I'm done talking. I'm done.
And we live off-grid.
Well, we're called Seven Kin Homestead because there are 7 of us. There's me, Carrie, Brooklyn, Seattle, Phoenix, Jackson, and Vegas. There's the 5 kids and the 2 parental units together. If you add them up, calculize, which is a word, you get 7 of us, and we're a family. 7 kin, and we live on a homestead. If you had like a pad of paper or something, I could draw a diagram. That's the answer to your question, I believe.
So what living off-grid means to me is you're not beholden or dependent on an electric company, gas company, trash company. You are those things for yourself and solve those for your family. And also can do as you would like on your land and have a lot more freedom.
I think the standard way of arriving where you want to arrive in life was not developed for a person like me. Really what I was looking for was just something different, some other way that could potentially lead me and my family to where we wanted to be, your standard American dream without the pitfalls of living the standard American life.
What I like about living off-grid is that when I go outside, I don't have to deal with there being random people everywhere. It's great.
When we first came back here, I wasn't really excited to be here, but like now that I'm here, it's much funner here.
Funner.
Yeah, it's much funner here. So
Right, we have different seasons this time. It's not
instead
summer
of-
all year round.
Instead of just like summer, a little colder summer, and then summer, and then a little colder summer, now it's like winter, summer.
Spring. Autumn. Yippee.
No way.
Right,
Yeah.
there's snakes and frogs and lizards here. I love them all.
Snakes
There's also
and frogs
like
and
jackrabbits
lizards
and I like the mountains.
Yeah.
Back in the city it's like houses and cars and people. That's
all you get to see, ever.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I like that we've got a lot of outdoor living space where we can grow and we can raise animals and raise children's.
Feral kids.
Yep.
And climb on rocks and stuff.
Lots of rock climbing.
This is the lifestyle that we found that within our means we could create for ourselves that offered us the freedom to have the time that we wanted to have with our family and do the things that we wanted to do without just kind of wasting all of the time that we had trading our hours for dollars. Either that or something severely wrong with me. Those are the 2 possible.
So we originally moved out here in 2012, the same year that we also located, found, and moved onto the property. And we were having a really rough time with neighbors and proximity of people, and I was pregnant, so everything was way more like frustrating. And so we knew we wanted to move and buy our own place. And when searching for homes on, all of the different sites that you can to look at homes for sale, I saw some land for sale. And I thought, oh my gosh, we could have land and build our own house on it and live there now and use our youth to build these things and not wait until we're retired or older to do something like that. I don't know. It was always in the back of my mind that that was something I wanted to do someday. You know, it was very shortly after that we had our yard sales. We bought a small travel trailer, and at the time we had a 2-year-old and a 6-month-old, and we packed up and decided we were, well, prior, you know, we decided, and then we moved on over, moved here to our property in 2012, and I'm really glad we did. I love it. Way cool. We lived here for about 10 years and then moved back down to the city for 3.
It wasn't the intention. It was kind of like a slow evolution to that. It started out with me going down there for a week and working, and then that would turn into 2 weeks, and Carrie and the kids would be up at the house or on the property. And, you know, then it became I would go home for a week and go down south and work for 3 weeks, and then 5 weeks, and then 6 weeks. And it just got to a point where my responsibilities grew to a point where I needed to be there. I didn't want to be away from the family, and I didn't want Carrie to have to do all of the things that I, you know, would do on top of all of the things that she did up on the homestead. And I was like, hey, why don't we rent a place down here and you guys can come here, and then we'll just go up and visit, you know, the property all the time, lots of times. And we made one trip up here in the first year that I worked there after moving down here. And then it was another 2 years before we came back out, which was, you know, just to come out and assess, because I knew at that point I wanted to come back. I was done living that life. We're like, all right, we're going to move. And so we moved back up, and everything was gone or damaged. There was windows that were broken in the house. The front door of the house was wide open, and the back door of the house was wide open. So, you know, animals had gotten in, and rain and snow and everything else. Everything was damaged. So I parked the truck, I got out, and I walked inside, and the frickin' wood stove was gone. They stole the wood stove, you know? Anyhow, we're back, and we kind of got over that. We made some good jokes about everything having been stolen, and now we're living the dream.
How do you like living out here compared to how from living in the city?
I mean, we had a gas station that was really close to our house. I liked that, but other than that, I like it here more. I like the animals and the rocks and climbing on stuff. But I never went outside. Barely. I barely ever go outside there. And I never touch grass, so.
What about here?
I touch grass a lot, so that's probably a change.
And are you never outside here?
No, I'm outside a lot. And also I love the swing. Also I hate red ants.
The appreciation for everything that's out here and what we have and how our direct efforts go into making something cool is it definitely sort of rekindles that appreciation and the excitement for the things that we originally longed for, and then did lose sight of all that we had, to then try to chase something else, try to chase the dollar in our stuff.
You don't know what you got until it's gone, right? And I think coming back here, we have a much healthier respect for the opportunity that we have to live this way. Where I know there's a lot of people that would love to but can't for whatever reason, financial reasons, or for familial reasons. They're just not willing to take the leap, and we have this opportunity to live this way, So that viewpoint shift, I think, gives us the ability to have some perspective on this time around, right? So there's that side of it, and the other, I think, the thing that happened as a result of that perspective change is that now I think we can work together a lot better. Not because you had any trouble working with me, but probably more because I had trouble doing anything other than what I wanted to do on projects or building things or anything else like that. So doing a lot better at that. Not perfect, but a lot better at that, I think, is making the progress happen. Like, we're both pushing in one direction, like a rocket ship, rather than, you wanting to do one thing, me wanting to do one thing, and the twigs shan't ever meet. So I think that helps to actually get where you want to be, is both of us pushing in the same direction.
What I'd like to accomplish over the next 5 years is looking out at our property and seeing two things. Our land in its natural state, without branches or clutter, and things are picked up, and the areas that we have for maintaining the things like the trash and recycling and that sort of thing is under control and housed, and we have a good system for that sort of stuff. Also, our land, like, having awesome growing spaces so that we're either with a greenhouse able to grow at least some of our favorite things relatively year round, and that there's a lot of food growing, that, like, a tremendous amount of food growing, that the kids can at any point in time go ravage the fields of watermelon or strawberries or bell peppers, and they could eat to their heart's content, and we will still have so much to figure out what to do with, that we're canning like crazy, or we're giving food away to people, because it's going to go bad if we don't do one of those things while also having as much as we want. We have plenty of space to grow, so having a lot of spaces as growing spaces would be fantastic.
I'm really excited for the garden, because then I'm just gonna be out here trying to find the best, like, fruit or vegetable, and just
Right now it looks really green, and there's lots of grass growing and all of that stuff, but it's an extremely arid, high desert, lava rocks everywhere kind of an environment, and I would like to, over the next few years even, turn it into a very lush environment that is perfect for growing all the food that we could possibly want to eat, Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. Naturally.
Renovating the house. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm just really excited for the house. I want to make it look nicer and the inside be more livable, more spacious for 5 different people. It's 7 people actually.
I want a tree house.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
I want in a better swing.
You know, having our house look cute, something that we're like wanting to show off because we're like, oh my gosh, look at what a cute place we live in, inside and out. And I think that those things are totally doable in the next 5 years. I think that would be super great. Have little walkways where there's all kinds of wildflowers that like love the weather out here and don't need a tremendous amount of additional water to maintain. Yeah, I think it's having nice systems that we are able to just maintain like a really pretty and functional space, inside, outside, food side,
All the sides.
all the sides,
Dinner sides.
dinner sides. That's I was thinking of mashed potatoes.
I love the trees outside, which is very cool. Climb on the trees. Climb on the trees and pet the chickies and give it loves. And what I love is the mountains I like to climb on. That's a tiny mountain, but it's pretty giant. Yes, it's pretty big. And plants. I had to dig the ones that had stickers off them, that had stickers on them. Let me go get a plant.
You guys are gonna go. They're gonna go get.
A red shovel. It's a red shovel with a light brown yellowish color. That
What do you do with that shovel?
make holes.
Right on.
I like making holes, especially with my hands because I don't want to get my hands dirty.
Oh, that's good call.
Do you have any interest in talking about how much more amazing I am out here than I was down there? And how much like buffer and more handsome and rugged I am?
You just said it.
Is that something you'd
You
like
just
to
said it.
comment on? Yeah?
My husband is among the most humble of all humbles in the universe. It's really important to have a handyman in this sort of lifestyle because then you don't have to do it all yourself. And when they know what they're doing, that's really cool because then things get done. And let me tell you, this guy Jason here, my husband, he gets things done.
It's basically the same philosophy that led us to have 5 children too.
Gets things done. One thing that I noticed with the kids is how much more engaged they are with us and with each other. It was like pulling teeth before when we were living in the city, and they didn't want to go outside. They didn't like the neighbors. They didn't like the people they interacted with at the park, and I would feel I didn't feel right even just saying go to the park, like go outside, because the interactions that they had in the past were like Mama Bear had to come out. So I'm like, okay, you want to stay inside, that's fine. And here they love going out. They've been so helpful with projects. And in the past, well, there weren't a lot of projects. And the things that they could help on or be a part of, it was like, okay, are we done yet? And, they still love their drawing. They still love, playing their games and stuff, but they also love going out and exploring and hanging out together and going on the swings and finding little, secret places that they can have picnics at. Even the kids that didn't really spend much time ever together. And it's been really nice seeing them enjoy being back.
I really, really enjoyed building the solar array / chicken coop and watching all the kids, be be helpful and actually contribute to the project and make things better, as a result of being there, not just like create problems that then had to be fixed. Like Brooklyn did awesome.
I got to do most of the wood staining, which was fun. I like staining the wood, other than the fact I got it on my pants, but other than that, it was great. I also got it on my shoe. There's wood stain on my shoe now.
Phoenix did awesome. Seattle, even the boys, and they're like collecting up all the screws and nails and everything. It was just so much fun, and making that video was like incredibly fun because we were able to kind of relive it and put the video together in the way that we want to remember it in the future. So that was definitely my favorite project that we've done so far.
Great. I don't know where my butt spot went.
How's your butt doing?
Feels like I've been sitting on a rock for a while. Do you like having chicks?
Yeah. Other than them like scratching me every single time I pick them up, but yeah.
What do you like about the chicken?
They're adorable. That's basically the only thing.
They are adorable.
And we also hate being on camera.
We don't talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno.
I love you.
I love you too.
Look at the big sister teaching the little sister how to snowboard. It's going great.
Very well, is it? It was going like